Hi guys, I'm Vikas. I'm a PT trainer here at Bangalore, India. So today we're going to cover some important tips and techniques that we could use to get full marks for the fill in the blanks, the reading and writing fill in the blanks. Or rather, to differentiate better, this is the fill in the blanks of the reading section, which basically has the drag and drop method. So you choose the right option, drag it to the the portion where you think, to the blank where you think is appropriate. Now I've given you the methods and the understanding of collocations as well. I've also provided you the explanation with an example. If you've got any questions or queries, please feel free to leave a comment below. I will be more than happy to help you. If you found the video useful, please subscribe. Let's get started.
Alright guys, let's get started. So today let's understand some tips, tricks and methods that you could use to get full marks with the drag and drop type of fill in the blanks of the reading section. Now before we get into the details, let's quickly understand some aspects of the scoring. Now when you mark answers for this particular question, you will not just be given marks on the reading section, you will also be scored on your writing ability. Remember guys, you will also be scored on the spelling. This is a quite interesting this is a kind of an interesting thing that we found recently while we took several mock tests as well, that the fill in the blank section contributes quite a significant amount to your spellings. So in case you're missing out on spellings, please remember that you have to score well in this section to score well with your spellings. Okay, now before we get into the details of the method, let's just quickly look at the examples here so you get a quick understanding. So here's what your question will look like. Look at example number 1. It says, in the text below, some words are missing. Drag words from the box below to the appropriate place in the text. To undo an answer choice, drag the word back to the box below the text. Okay, so here's what your question will look like. Just in case you're not able to view it, let me just expand it a little bit. Okay, right, so you have long overgrown nails, have been, bar, and then you just have to click on whichever word you think is appropriate and drag and drop it here. Okay, great. So now that you know how the example looks like, let's just quickly understand some methods. Now guys, the fill in the blanks is relatively simple. Now the reason why I'm telling you this is because you could achieve full marks just by knowing some basic collocations, right? And there's also another simple rule that you could follow here is that you just have to follow some common sense, right? Because a lot of words are obvious, right? Because the other words just don't fit in. I've spoken about the elimination method earlier, where you first kind of remove the words that you think are not appropriate, so you'll obviously be left with the ones that are right. All right, let's just quickly get into the method. So the first thing that you'll have to understand here is just try and skim read the text of the question, right? So you'll get an idea as to what the question is about. Is it about research on a biology research, or something on chemistry, or is it a lecture or something about history? So you get an understanding of what the words or the collocations could be. Now that I've mentioned the word collocations, let's just understand what it is. Guys, to simply put, it's two or more words that often go together, right? When you describe a flower, you would probably say it's a beautiful flower, or when you talk about music, you would say it's a wonderful song or a wonderful music. So now that okay, so about collocations, it's a familiar grouping of words which appear together because of their habitual use, right? Now I have given some more examples here in the types of collocations. Have a look at this, guys, so you'll understand how what are the different kind of collocations. Basically, it could be an adverb plus an adjective, like completely satisfied, right? You know, it's just that they're just clubbed together because they're very commonly used, or they just often go together, right? So you have adjective plus noun, which is excruciating pain. Noun plus noun, a surge of anger. Then goes a noun and verb, lions roar. Verb plus noun, committing suicide or commit suicide. Verb plus expression with preposition, burst into tears. Now I've also mentioned here what it could not. Now when you talk about lions and roaring, you're not going to say that lions shout out loud. You rather say lions roar, right? So it's if you understand collocations, it should be a pretty easy or very scoring kind of a question type, I would say. Now for those of you who are not familiar with collocations, I would recommend that you go to Google and just find out the most commonly used collocations. Get accustomed to a couple of collocations. I would say at least 50 to 100, so you know what you could expect. Now there's also an advantage of practicing collocations because it would help you in writing essays and whatnot, right? Basically it'll help you improve your overall English. Now that you know some of the methods, let's just quickly understand with the example. So you'll also have to deep read the text. Now that you've skim read the text, just deep read the text to understand patterns. So basically the reason why I've given you this point is so that you can understand collocations better. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's have a look at the first example here. Right, overgrown nails have been dash of beauty for women for ages. Now the words that are used here are lionized, add-on, propensity, grabs, inadvertent, imperishable, symbol, and vitriolic. Now stick to basics, guys, and stick to just stick to simple words. If you're not aware of the meanings of some words, just try and use the elimination method in that case. Now this is a really simple example. So if you have a look at all these words, it's just basic common sense that you would use the word symbol. It's a symbol of beauty, right? It's if you look, I spoke about collocations earlier. It's a set of words that go together. Symbol of beauty is something that goes together, right? So we move on to the next sentence. Ladies who had nicely kept, properly filed and shaped nails were, what do you think? Were lionized in Egypt. Women used to adorn their fingers with artificial nails made up of bones, gold, and ivory. With time, there have been many affordable and imperishable artificial nails up for grabs. The United States of America is the biggest market of artificial nails, adhesives, and polymers. So guys, all you need to do here is understand collocations and you should be good. Now for those of you who would like to practice another example, just go ahead and pause the video. You could do so. I'll just go ahead and minimize this so you'll have a good understanding. Okay, so you could go ahead and pause the video at any point in time and go ahead and practice this. Let me know what the answers are. Leave a comment below, guys. If in case you have some questions or queries, please go ahead and drop a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer you guys. This is Vikas from PTE Lectures signing off. Here's another quick look at the methods. If you have any questions and queries, like I've told you guys, just go ahead, drop me an email, leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. You have a great day. Thank you.